Good afternoon. Yeah, this is the last session of CAMDA, the last sessions here at ISMB this year in Montreal. And I just want to give you a quick overview what the third challenge which we are facing this year within CAMDA is about. So it's the antimicrobial resistant prediction challenge. And as we all know, the AMR, it's a big threat, which is in fact speeding up even faster during the COVID pandemic. So it already has a huge impact on the health and also on the global economy, but it's going to be worse if we will not take any actions. And in fact, once we were within the MetaSAP consortium, which where the environmental data were considered and analyzed in the past few years within the CAMDA, we also saw there is a lot of AMR markers seen in the environmental samples. So those were collected in the public transport all over the world. And we saw that there's antimicrobial resistant genes are widespread in cities. And observing this in the MetaSAP data already a few years ago, we decided also to ask community to help to investigate, to develop the methods to explore those data. So this is what we were doing in the past, in the years 2021, 2023, where in the first 2 years we... Okay. When 2021, 2023, we were investigating the correlation between the identified resistance markers and the phages. And in the last year, we're trying to see between the environment and the hospital, whether the isolates and the resistance notice in the isolates we can see also in the environmental. So this year we wanted to focus purely on the isolates, and this was the challenge. So there are training data provided by sick bacterial pathogens and 2 antibiotics, quantitative phenotypes as well as the binary ones. Those data were manually created in terms of the metadata and availability of it by the Leonid Chindelevich from the Imperial College London. And also you can see that as a testing, we provided the public available data set, but you will not find them in databases. They are only in papers. So this is how Leonid has created the test data set. And so this was this year. We have a great interest, but because unfortunately we are able to prepare those data because of manual creation a bit late, due to the 2 teams which managed to get good results, and they were invited to provide talks. The predictions which are marked with red were done before the submission deadline. So you see that the one team was also trying later, sometimes better, sometimes worse. And where we are heading, so we are hoping to go next year because the Leonid has received funding for the garbage project, so to collect and curate publicly available matching genotypes for the resistance. So going further through the papers, databases to curate it and put everything into one piece, because as he already has noticed, that 25% of the data are seen only in the papers. You cannot find them in the public databases. So this will allow us to focus on less well-studied pathogens, drugs, and combinations. We're also working on formatting standards and benchmarking existing genotypes to AMR. So we are hoping to also go beyond next year and to get collaboration with DeepMind into the further challenges. So in terms of preparation of this challenge, all the thanks goes to Leonid and his team. And now we would like to invite the first speakers from the challenge. I'm sorry, but my luggage has just arrived. I mean the one